Good morning, Deke here with Montana Custom Kydex. Going to be introducing our Gen 2 Molle adapter kit for Blackhawk holsters. And currently we have two different adapter plates for the external vest carry that uses the 3-inch Molle Locks, and then we have a Molle belt adapter plate that uses the 2-inch Molle Locks. And we do not have an option for an over-the-belt carry with these adjustable Molle Locks with the 6mm gap. So the point of this Gen 2 adapter plate is going to be to eliminate two separate adapter plates, combine it into one that will accomplish both, and also give us the option to purchase the adjustable Molle Locks with the gap. So let's get into the instructions. Okay, so all of our Molle adapter kits are going to come with the adapter plate that is necessary for your application and the associated hardware, a packet of thread locker, and whichever Molle Locks you decide to go with. This will be an option if you want 2-inch, 3-inch, or the 1.5 to 2 1/4 adjustable Molle Locks for this Gen 2 Blackhawk kit. So you're going to have two options as far as which holster you're running. The new Taser 10 Blackhawk holster is going to be the same hole pattern and screw sizes as the Taser 7 Blackhawk holster. You can see these templates match up. The X2, X26, 26P, they use a smaller screw and have a different template on the back. So this plate is for the X2, so we're going to go with that one here. So first up, we're going to do vertical carry. Basically, vertical carry, very simple. We're going to attach the plate to the holster, and then we're going to connect down to these holes that are 1.5 inches down. Easiest way to do that, match these up. You're going to take a 1/8 inch threaded post through the back of the adapter plate, match up your Molle Lock, and then you're taking a 1/4 inch flat top screw. And I recommend not cranking these down super tight right away in case you need to adjust a little bit to get the threads to match up. So same thing on the other side, threaded post on the back, screw through the front. We'll leave it just a little loose in case we need to adjust. Set the plate on, and then since now we are going through a Molle Lock, the adapter plate, and into the holster, we're going to use the slightly longer screws, the 3/8 inch flat top screws. In these two upper holes here, and then you can just use another one of the 1/4 inch screws here. And there you are, set up for a vertical carry on 3-inch Molle Locks. If you ordered the 2-inch Molle Locks, it's going to be essentially the same. You've got those holes there to attach your 2-inch Molle Locks. If you are wanting this on a Molle belt, then you would, of course, here's a Molle belt. You'd run your Molle Locks through your Molle belt and you'd be set up vertical in that fashion. Now, the only difference with the Taser 7 and Taser 10, you're going to have 3 slightly larger screws. These are 1032 screws, and those will be going in these 3 locations to match up to those bigger threaded posts there. Okay? Pretty simple. Next we will do canted carry. Okay, so for canted carry, we are going to leave the adapter plate in this position, but instead let's do a reverse cant. We are going to be attaching the Molle Locks here and here in that fashion to achieve a reverse cant. So little different steps in this. We need to put the 4 1/8 inch threaded posts on the back first. So let's flip that around. Match those up. And easiest thing is just put a little piece of tape on the back of these so that it holds them in place when you flip it over, and then they don't just spin while you're tightening your Molle locks on. Okay, with those in place, adapter plate goes on. Since we are not going to be putting through a Molle lock through the plate into the holster, we're not going to use these two longer screws. We're just going to be using the shorter screws on all 7 holes here. 3 onto the plate and holster, and then 4 into the Molle locks. Of course, I recommend using the thread locker provided, and it's as simple as lining these up. And screwing them down. Find the hole here. There we go. So there we are, set up for a 2-inch Molle lock with a reverse cant. And you would then just run these through the Molle loops on a Molle belt, if that's what you were running, and you've got a nice reverse cant in case you're maybe carrying in the 11 o'clock position, if that's where you like to carry your taser. These 2-inch Molle locks also will work on laser cut Molle. So if you've got laser cut Molle that has slots every inch, so if your vest, your external vest is laser cut Molle, you can also get away with 2-inch Molle locks for this application as well, compared to, you know, standard Molle, which has the loops, blank inch, and then the loops again. Of course, you need 3-inch for this application. Okay, if you need to achieve the cant the other direction, so we've switched to a Taser 7 left-handed holster. If you draw your primary weapon with your right hand and you keep your taser on your left hip, or you draw from an external vest with your left hand, and so you need a reverse cant for a left-handed holster, it's going to be this basically the same, just instead of using the holes in this direction, we're going to run them in this direction. So same thing, threaded posts on the back, mount the plate on. Since this is the Taser 7 or Taser 10, we've got these slightly larger screws for the plate. And we've done a 3-inch Molle lock, we've done a 2-inch Molle lock. Let's do the 1.5 to 2 1/4 adjustable Molle lock with a 6mm gap for this one. So if you guys haven't seen these are adjustable by moving this little plug here. If you've got an 1.5 belt, or 1 3/4 or 2-inch, or remove the plug altogether, and then it is 2 1/4 inches wide. So just by shifting this plug up and down will let you achieve for those different belt widths. And of course here, these holes are 1.5 inches apart. These holes are 3/4 on center, so obviously we can't use here. We're using the side of the Molle lock that has the 3 holes for this. And then same thing. Line up your holes. And attach your Molle locks. So now you've achieved reverse cant for a left-handed taser holster. for those of you that are carrying your taser or drawing your taser with your left hand. These Molle Locks are meant for going over a belt, whereas the standard 2-inch ones are meant for a Molle belt application. So those would flop over like that. Of course, you're going to have your mounted as such. So that's those applications. So those are the 3 different Molle Locks that you'll be able to select when you order these on the website. Again, the 1.5 to 2 1/4 for over the belt, the 2-inch for Molle belts or laser cut Molle, and the 3-inch for your standard external vest carry. And we're really excited to bring these out and simplify getting rid of 2 separate adapter plates and being able to run just one. If you want, you purchase it with the 3-inch, but then you need to switch to a 2-inch, setup. You can just purchase the 2-inch Molle Locks and not have to get a whole new kit, and everything will be cross-compatible. All right, thank you for watching this. I hope you found this helpful, and please reach out if you have any questions. mtcustomkydex.com.